Chapter 1, The Velvet Bunny. Well, that is pretty. The city skyline tinkled with 1,000 lights as I lounged in the plush confines of my hotel room. The distant sounds of the bustling metropolis drifting in through the window. It had been weeks since I had last called any place home, my wanderlust leading me from one exact locale to the next, each new destination offering its unique allure and charm. Lost in reverie, I barely recognized the persistent buzzing of my phone until it pierced through the haze of my thoughts, demanding attention. Frowning in annoyance, I glanced at the screen, surprised to see another familiar number flashing back at me. Hello, who is this? Ah, Mr. Charlie, this is Thomas Reynolds, your family lawyer. Mr. Reynolds, what's this about? I recall having any legal matters pending. I'm afraid I have some unfortunate news, Mr. Charlie. It's about your brother, David. David, what about him? Is he alright? Sorry to inform you that your brother has passed away. It was sudden, unexpected. A heart attack, they say. My God, David. I'm saying this is a shock, Mr. Charlie, but some matters require your attention. You see, your brother left behind some unfinished business, specifically concerning the family estate. Family estate? You mean the bar he managed? Yes, precisely. As the sole surviving heir, it falls upon you to handle the estate's affairs and inherit its ownership. I've been late for so long, I don't know if I'm the right person for this. I understand your concerns, Charlie, but your brother trusted you implicitly. Implicitly? Yeah. I would say. Saw so much to take in. Take your time, Mr. Charlie, but know that I am here to assist you in any way I can. Whenever you're ready, we can discuss the next steps in transferring ownership of the business to you. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. I appreciate your help. I'll be in touch. Of course, Mr. Charlie, and please accept my condolences on the loss of your brother. He will be sorely missed. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Charlie. Take care. When the gravity of the situation sank in, I felt a surge of conflicting emotions. Grief, disbelief, and a nagging sense of duty that tugged at my conscience. Though I had long since left behind the trappings of my family's wealth and influence, the call of responsibility now beckoned me back to my hometown. With a heavy sigh, I made the necessary arrangements, booking the flight back to the city I had once called home. In the days that followed the shocking news of my brother's passing, I held myself immersed in a whirlwind of grief, disbelief, and solemn duty. There were arrangements to be made, funeral preparations to attend to, and countless condolences to be offered and received from friends and family alike. But amidst the sorrows and sadness, there was also a sense of purpose, a determination to honor my brother's memory and fulfill my responsibilities as the rightful heir to the family estate. Finally, after days of mourning and reflection, the time came for me to visit my family's lawyer's office to sign necessary documents and officially inherit my brother's bar. I sat across from Mr. Reynolds, a family lawyer, in his dimly lit office. I felt a sense of gravity settle over me like a heavy cloak. Mr. Reynolds, thank you for meeting with me today. I have a couple of questions. Of course, Mr. Charlie, I understand this must be a difficult time for you. What would you like to know? Well, first of all, what exactly happened to my brother? Last time I heard about him, he appeared healthy and in good spirits. His passing was indeed sudden and unexpected. The doctor believed the stress of trying to keep the Velvet Bunny afloat in the face of financial difficulties may have been a contributing factor. Right, I've forgotten about the bar's name. What do you mean when you say financial difficulties? I'm afraid the Velvet Bunny has been struggling economically for the past few years. Brother did everything he could to keep the business running, but despite his efforts, it continued to decline. But why? What caused the business to go downhill? And I'm afraid it's a question I don't have an answer to. Your brother never shared the specifics of the business troubles with me. However, I would encourage you to thoroughly review the documents and records about the Velvet Bunny. We will provide some insight into what went wrong. I see. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. I'll be sure to do that. Of course, Mr. Charlie. Now, before you go, here are the keys to the building and a copy of the property documents. Thank you. I'll take good care of them. If you have any further questions or need assistance with anything else, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Take care, Mr. Charlie, and best of luck. Okay. As the sleek black limo gilded through the bustling streets of Cresthaven, Laura's words echoed in my ears as the car smoothly navigated the urban maze. Buildings and streetlights blurred past in the kaleidoscope of colors, subtly contrasting the heavy burden that weighed upon me. The limo's plush interior offered little comfort as I prepared myself to try and save my family's legacy. As I stepped through the heavy wooden doors of the Velvet Bunny, the air was thick with anticipation and nostalgia. The grandeur of the establishment never failed to impress. Its opulent decor and elegant furnishing were a testament to the legacy of luxury that my family had built over generations. Despite lawyer's somber warnings of an economic downturn, I couldn't help but to be struck by the sheer beauty and splendor of the place. It seemed impossible to imagine that such a magnificent establishment could be suffering from financial difficulties. Determined to uncover the truth, I made my way to the office. It didn't take long to find what I was looking for, the financial records, charts and ledgers that painted a stark picture of the Velvet Bunny decline. The numbers told a summary tale of dwindling profits, mounting debts, and a steady stream of lost clients who had once been the lifeblood of the business. As I pored over documents, a sinking feeling settled into the pit of my stomach. It was clear that the drastic measures would be needed to stem the tide of financial ruin that threatened to engulf the Velvet Bunny. What could I, a novice in the world of business, hope to achieve against such overwhelming odds? Yet even as doubt and uncertainty clouded my mind, a fierce determination burned bright within me. I may have been unprepared for the challenges that lay ahead, but I refused to let fear and indecision dictate my actions. With a steely resolve, I made a vow to myself to do whatever it took to save the Velvet Bunny from bankruptcy, to honor my brother's memory and preserve the legacy of my family's beloved establishment. After revising the financial documents and grasping the dire situation of the Velvet Bunny, I had to take a closer look at the establishment. Okay. The bar area was my first stop. Once glamorous counters, now dull with a layer of dust. So fortunate. The shelves lined with expensive bottles of liquor stood as silent witnesses to better days. The plush seats and polished tables, though so elegant, seemed to have lost some of their luster. Next, I moved through the dimly lit hall to soft carpet, muffling my footsteps as I passed by framed photographs and awards that chronicled the bar's storied past. The atmosphere was eerily quiet, the occasional creak of the floorboards, the only sound accompanying my solitary inspection. I checked the bathrooms, their pristine marble surfaces now showing signs of neglect. Pictures once gleaming had lost their shine, reflecting the slow decay that had crept into the Velvet Bunny over the years. Finally, I had made my way to locker rooms for employees. As I approached, I heard the faint sound of running water, a shower in use. My curiosity piqued. I hesitated for a moment before cautiously stepping inside. The locker room was spacious, lined with rows of metal lockers, benches, and personal items that belonged to the staff. The sound of the shower grew loud as I approached, and I could see steam billowing from the open door of the bathroom. I paused, unsure what to do next. Clear that someone was still there, despite the late hour. Let his presence be known. Take a deep breath, I called out softly. Hello, is someone there? The sound of my voice echoed slightly in the tired room, mingling with the steady patter of water. When my sound followed, a sudden commotion, bottles clattered, and there was a hurried, rustling sound. The girl's voice called back, slightly breathless. Don't come in, I'll be out in a minute. Took a step back, waiting near the door. Moments later, the shower turned off, and steam began to dissipate. A few seconds passed before the door creaked open, and a beautiful young woman emerged wrapped in a fluffy white towel. Her wet hair clung to her shoulders, droplets of water tracing paths down her flushed skin. Her eyes widened in surprise, and in a hint of fear, she saw me standing there. Who are you, and what are you doing here? Her eyes couldn't help but linger on her, taking in her delicate features and the effortless grace with which she moved. I'm me, an employee here, but who are you? Charlie, and I'm your new boss. I was here at the place for my brother. My other eyes widened further with a mixture of surprise and relief washing over her features. I see. You are David's brother. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. I'm here to see what state the business is in. But didn't expect to find anyone here, especially at this hour. You nodded, her grip tightening on the towel. I was just finishing up some work inside to take a quick shower before heading home. I glanced at her locker room and then back at her. I see, I'll give you some time to get dressed. You can talk more once you're ready. Thank you, I won't take long. I turned to Lee. I couldn't help but think how strikingly beautiful and sexy Mia was, even in such an unexpected encounter. I waited in the hallway, leaning against the wall, my thoughts racing as I tried to piece together the fragments of my brother's life and the state of the velvet bunny. The minutes tickled by slowly, soft hum in the building's air conditioner the only sound breaking the silence. Finally, the door to the locker room creaked open and Mia stepped out, now dressed in some casual clothes. Her hair was so damp, wrapping her face in loose waves. She looked at me with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. Thanks for waiting, I replied, offering a reassuring smile. I want to talk to you about the Velvet Bunny and get your perspective on things. Sure thing, let's go to the bar area. There we could talk more calmly. Okay. Once there, Mia gestured for us to sit down at a nearby table. Took our seats, the dim lighting casting a warm glow over the room. There is no doubt that the business has been struggling. Over the past few months, I've noticed I've steadily declined in the number of clients. It used to be one of the most popular spots at Cresthaven, but now it's just not the same. My brother even mentioned why this was happening. He didn't say much, but I think it was a combination of things. Competition for newer bars, changing in the market, and even the staff turnover. He worked so hard though, look at how much he cared. But the other employees, are they still around? His face softened with a hint of sadness. There used to be a full team, but most left when things started getting tough. Chloe, Sasha, and Eve are still here, but that's about it. We're doing our best to keep things running, but without a manager, it's been hard. I nodded, absorbing the information. Thank you, Mia. It means a lot that you're still here, keeping things together. She smiled, a bit of tension easier from her expression. I love working here. Your brother was a good man. I just hope we can turn things around. Don't worry, I'm going to do everything I can to ensure we do. We spent a little more time talking and discussing ideas of revitalizing the Velvet Bunny. Conversation wound down. Mia glanced at the clock and stood up. I should get going. It's late and I need to get some rest. Of course, thanks for talking with me, Mia. You've been a lot of help. Good night, Charlie. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Mia. I watched her leave, her footsteps echoing softly down the hallway. When she was gone, I made my way back to my apartment. Traveled back to my apartment and the ride through the quiet streets of Cresthaven, giving me time to reflect on the day's events. City's lights flickered outside the car window, casting a soft glow over the familiar buildings. The reality of my new responsibilities weighed heavily on my mind, but there was also a growing sense of determination. And back in my apartment, I slipped out of my clothes and into bed. My thoughts a jumble of financial records, Mia's worried expression, and the memories of my brother. Sleep came fitfully, my dreams a mix of the past and the uncertain future. Okay, seems like a good time as any to save. Hit that main menu. I do not have a cursor also, by the way, so I'm just kind of like, let's see, trying to find the main menu button. Oh, I think I almost had it. But yeah, I don't have a cursor since it's full screen. So yes, no, maybe so. I just had it. There we go. Okay, so that is the Velvet Bunny. so far. If y'all are curious about this game and want to check it out for yourselves, of course everything will be in the description below. Let me know if y'all want a part 2. If not, that's totally fine. Like I said, it's all below if y'all want to play it for yourselves and not wait for me to do a part 2 or possibly 3. But yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna end it here. So hopefully y'all had a good day, good yesterday, and better tomorrow, and I will catch y'all in the next video.